What's up, everyone? It's your boy Jersey Jaguar here. We're going to be talking about the 2020 Jacksonville Jaguars draft review. Now, there's a lot of guys. I forgot just how many picks we had in this draft. And there's a lot of guys, I'm going to be honest, I didn't even look up any stats for because I don't even think they played last year. But we're just going to jump right into this thing. So last year, just like how this year we have 2 picks, last year we had 2 first-round picks because Jalen Ramsey hates us. So, yeah, there's that. C.J. Henderson, 9th overall, cornerback out of Florida. I felt like I was a balloon, and David Caldwell had a little pin, and he went pop and popped me that night, ladies and gentlemen. He popped me, popped my mental state, my emotions, because once again, this team wants to pick someone out of Florida, and that never, ever, ever works. And when it comes to C.J. Henderson, I don't know yet. I certainly hope he works. I don't know yet. He only played 8 games last year, was very injured, and of those 8 games, the only 2 that comes to mind, well, it's kind of redundant from the little rant I just went on, but he's kind of the only reason that we won that game against Indianapolis. He had a really good game, and we were all like, oh, who needs Jalen Ramsey? We got C.J. Henderson. And then he was just kind of until the Green Bay game, in which I think he actually handled himself pretty well against Devontae Adams. And I don't know if he's played since then. I think that might have been the last time he played, but he missed 8 games, so the jury is still very much out on him. I really hope he can get his health together, because God knows we need him. And then at the 20th pick in the first round, we drafted Caleb Unchason, defensive end / linebacker outside of LSU. He 19 total tackles, 1 sack, 1 pass defense. He really did not do a whole lot. Now, I remember hearing, I could see at the end of last season, probably the last month, that he was really coming on. With like his pressures, you could see he was definitely getting a handle on things better. I saw something or read something on some stupid article on Twitter, I don't know, that he was like 5th or something in pressures the last month of the season. Like he was actually one of the top in the league as far as pressures, which is good. Now, hopefully, you hope with Urban Meyer there, and not Todd Wash as the defensive coordinator, better coaching, that he will turn those pressures into sacks, carry that on, and be a dominant player for this team, because once again, God knows we need it. And the 3rd pick of this draft for us, 2nd round, 42 overall, my guy Viska. And I really should have worn his jersey for this video, because I love Laviska Shenault. And you should too, because how can you not love this guy? I wanted him. It's always, it's nice. It's always nice when you go through the draft process and you're looking at these guys and you fall in love with a guy and you're like, man, I hope the Jags get him. I hope my team gets him. And usually they never do, but in this instance, they did. I wanted Viska, not sexually, but as a football player. I wanted Viska from the start of my little draft in-depth process thing that I do every year. And we got him. And I think he's worth it. I love the guy. He has a little bit of health issues, but my man had 58 catches, 600 yards, 5 touchdowns. He's more of like an offensive weapon, more than just being like a traditional receiver. 14 games played, 12 started. He had 18 rushes for 91 yards. Dude's an offensive weapon. Love me some Laviska Shenault. The dude is going to break out big time. And he's another guy, just like Chason, the last month of the season. Go back and watch. I know it's hard to go back and watch highlights from last year. Go back and watch Laviska Shenault's highlights just from the last month of last season. I'm telling you, he was getting it. He was breaking that rookie wall. And he's getting a quarterback this next season. I'm telling you, Viska's going to take off. Third round, 73rd pick, Devon Hamilton, defensive tackle out of Ohio State. Really like this guy. He's a lot better than Taven Bryan, which it's not hard. I say that all the time. It's not hard. I don't even know how Taven Bryan's still on this roster. I wish Urban Meyer would kick him to the curb yesterday. Devon Hamilton, 11 games, 6 games started, 1 pass defense, 1 forced fumble, 1 sack. I'm sorry, 1 fumble recovery, not forced fumble. I believe that was in the Tennessee game. 1 sack, 30 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 5 quarterback hits. He was the best defensive tackle on this team last year as a rookie, and I am really, really excited for him to get better coaching this season and to see where better coaching and just breaking past that first season where that takes him. Dude has a ton of potential. Really, really like Devon Hamilton a lot. 4th round, 116th overall, the Jags selected Ben Barch. He's a Smoothie King guy, offensive tackle. Didn't play. Not going to talk about him. Let's move on. 4th round, 137th overall, the Jags picked Josiah Scott, cornerback, Michigan State. I don't remember him playing, but maybe sparsely in the slot. I don't know, if anything. Maybe he'll compete for a roster spot next season. 4th round, we had 3 4th-round picks, and we didn't get anything out of any of these guys. It's just, that's the problem. It's the problem. 4th round, 140th overall, Jaguars picked Shaq Quarterman, who is a Jacksonville native. That's pretty cool. Linebacker out of Miami. I don't believe he really played outside of special teams. So, 5th round, 157th. Can't read my own handwriting. Overall, Jags picked Daniel Thomas, safety out of Auburn. The only game I remember him playing was the Steelers game. And I remember he picked off Ben Roethlisberger at the end of the first half. And then on the run back, I don't know if he tore his ACL, he did something, he hurt himself. And, he was put on IR and just done. And it was that was just the story of last year. It was anytime anyone showed any kind of potential, done, you're hurt, get off the field. So maybe he can, maybe if the Jags don't end up drafting Trayvon Moehrig on Thursday, maybe he can compete with, what's that guy's name? I'm a bad fan. Jared Wilson. Maybe he can compete with Jared Wilson for that other spot, along with Rayshawn Jenkins being the other safety. We shall see. Finally, a name that I am excited about here in the last part of this draft. Colin Johnson, wide receiver out of Texas. My man's going to be a monster. And not just because he was on UCF Jaguars channel. My man is going to be a monster, okay? Dude's 6'6", which is the tallest wide receiver in the NFL, which is, I would think there would be taller, but apparently I saw that somewhere. He's the tallest receiver in the NFL, which I think is pretty cool. Dude is going to be a red zone killer for Trev, a 6'6" quarterback thrown to a 6'6" wide receiver. Psst, rip defense, man. Dude had 18 catches, 272 yards, 2 touchdowns. You may be saying, that's not that impressive. You had to watch him. When he made those 18 catches, the dude was impressive. His run after the catch ability looks to be elite. I really, really think him and Viska are going to take massive steps, especially with getting the quarterback. And we can look back on this draft and we can say, hey, a lot of these guys are bums, but we got Viska and Colin Johnson. The next pick is going to be 6th round, 189th overall quarterback Jake Luton. I ain't even going to talk about him. You all know. 6th round, 206th overall, Tyler Davis, tight end out of Georgia Tech. I don't even know if he's on the active roster. I don't know. And I'm going to talk about this next guy a little bit. This is the last guy. 7th round, 223rd overall. Chris Claybrooks, cornerback out of Memphis. A lot of Jaguar fans hate this guy. And I don't... Like, I get he sucks. Like, I get it. I get that he's not good. But he's a 7th round pick that Todd Wash was just like, here you go. Here you go, buddy. The other team's number 1 receiver, guard him. What do you expect? I mean, what do you expect? The guy was drafted to be a special teams ace. And, I mean, honestly, he really couldn't even do that. I don't know why I'm sitting here defending him. But a lot of Jaguar fans, like, they were so angry about this guy, like, every week. And I'm just like, yeah, he sucks, but what do you expect? Like, what do you expect? Of course he sucks. It's a David Caldwell draft pick in the 7th round. That's, like, the worst of every situation you could possibly be involved in. But that's all I got. Done with this notepad. And another draft out of the way, you guys. Another review draft. So pretty much, man, we got to really hope that C.J. Henderson and Clavon Chason really become something. This franchise desperately needs those two guys to really show their full worth in order for us to really, like, everyone talks about Trevor. Trevor's great and it's exciting. I'm so excited. But there are so many other factors, especially from this draft, that guys have to improve, guys have to develop, and hopefully Urban Meyer will enhance that. These guys have to develop for this team as a whole to really take that step up. And I'm not talking about a 2017, they're good for 1 year and then they're not. I'm talking about, if we want this team to be good long term, these are the kind of guys that we need to step up. Thursday night and Friday night and Saturday night are crucial for this organization. I can't stress that enough. But what may even be more crucial is who we've already picked. The development of who we have already picked. And that is yet to be seen. But we'll find out soon enough, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you love the Jaguars or you hate the Titans or both. Subscribe to me if you love the Jaguars or you hate the Tennessee Titans. But more so if you love the Jaguars. Have a nice night. Goodbye.